Today, I'm going to go through another pet franchise. It's a little different as this retailer has a pretty big footprint, costs a lot of money, but it's super profitable. So in today's video, we're going to go through Pet Supplies Plus, which is a franchise that was founded in 1988, my birth year. So it's been around 33 years, coming on 34 years, by Harry Shallop and Jack Barry, and it's now led by Chris Rowlands as the CEO. As of 2021, they had over 600 locations around the US. So they offer a wide range of pet food, supplies. This includes small animals, birds, reptiles, fish, not just dogs and cats, as well as pet grooming and bathing services. It's part of a larger franchise group called Franchise Group Incorporated, which is a publicly traded company that we've done a separate video on and podcast episode that we'll leave in the description section for you to check out. So they have a lot of contenders in the space, Petco, PetMart, which have a lot larger footprints, as well as some franchises like Dogtopia, Aussie Pet Mobile, Camp Bow Wow. But none of these brands own more than 5% of the market share. It's a pretty fragmented market. So Pet Supplies Plus franchise is going to go anywhere from $500K up to $1.5 million to open. That includes a $49,000 franchise fee. Good news is you can finance it. So you just have to have, actually just like everyone has it, a net worth of $600,000, as well as $200,000 in cash or liquid assets. So stocks and bonds you can regularly sell off. So you could potentially lever up, invest $200,000, get an SBA loan for $800,000, build out a Pet Supply Plus. And we're going to go through how your cash on cash return could be higher when you use that leverage, whether it's through Pet Supplies Plus or another franchise business. So the standard investment for this industry is $271,000, which is significantly lower than that $1 million that it costs on a midpoint average for opening a Pet Supplies Plus franchise. Royalties aren't bad at 2% of gross sales for the first year, then it scales up to 3%. Marketing fee is 3.5%. They have other ongoing fees, POS leasing fee, technology fee. I thought the technology fee was a little steep at $800 to $1,200 a monthly. However, the royalty is not that bad at 2 or 3%. So I guess it compensates that way. EBITDA is phenomenal. So we're talking about over $250,000 in EBITDA on about $3 million in sales. So it only has a 10% profit margin, but it has millions of dollars of sales. So for franchises operating over 4 years, they even have a higher EBITDA, $341,000 on $3 million of sales. They've added 27 locations in 2020, as well as 72 locations in 2021, where at the end of 2021, they're up to 374 franchise locations, and they have a lot of other corporate locations operating in their system. But franchises now outnumber the number of corporate locations, and they continue to grow through their franchise locations, not their corporate locations in the US. So if you open up one Pet Supply Plus franchise, when the time comes to sell, say year 5, year 6, year 7, if you want to get out of it, you can expect to make 2 to 3 times your invested capital. If you use an SBA loan, your cash on cash return could be 5x plus. So it's a business that you could consider levering up if you don't have the assets or your risk tolerance is a little higher, because you're going to have to sign a personal guarantee on that SBA loan or pretty much any commercial loan for that purpose. It's a pretty attractive business model with a lot of revenue streams on the retail side and services side. Generally, to get that kind of return and that EBITDA, you have to open up 3 to 5 plus locations. But with a Pet Supplies Plus, you could open just one location and make a pretty good return on your investment, good cash flow, and potentially a nice exit in year 5 plus. Definitely a franchise to consider if you're looking in the pet space, as well as if you have a net worth of $600K or more, as well as cash of $200,000 or more. Be sure to talk to some existing Pet Supply Plus franchisees, as well as some franchisees that might have left the Pet Supplies Plus franchise system to see how much they sold their Pet Supplies Plus franchise for. Hope you found this video informative. We've been going through a lot of pet franchises. Let me know if I missed anything. I'd be happy to review another pet franchise on a future episode. Thanks.